Hey guys, continuing in chapter 7 today. Yesterday we started talking through this conversation that Jesus is having with the religious leaders in Jerusalem. Kind of a heated discussion, and today it's going to get amped up even more. So yeah, let's jump in. We're going to be in verse 25 to start. Here we go. Some of the people of Jerusalem therefore said, "Is this not the man whom they seek to kill? And here he is, speaking openly, and they say nothing to him. Can it be that the authorities really know that this is the Christ? But we know where this man comes from, and when the Christ appears, no one will know where he comes from." So Jesus proclaimed as he taught in the temple, "You know me, and you know where I come from, but I have not come of my own accord. He who sent me is true, and him you do not know. I know him, for I come from him, and he sent me." So they were seeking to arrest him, but no one laid a hand on him because his hour had not yet come. Yet many of the people believed in him. They said, "When the Christ appears, will he do more signs than this man has done?" So we've got some confusion among the people here. You know, we're coming off of what we talked about yesterday with Jesus going into the temple and speaking openly. And these people are saying, isn't this Jesus the one that they want to kill? And look at him, he's just speaking openly here in the temple. And they say nothing to him. And I was like, man, if they really wanted to kill him, wouldn't this be something that they wouldn't want to let happen? And so the people are confused, and they think, well, maybe these religious leaders actually know that he is the Christ. And when they're talking about knowing where Jesus came from, apparently there was this idea among some of the Jewish people that this Messiah would just appear and nobody would know where he comes from. But these people are saying, well, we know that you come from Nazareth in Galilee. And Jesus goes on to say, yeah, maybe you know where I come from in an earthly sense. But he's saying you really don't understand where I come from, because the one who sent me, you do not know him. Talking about God, the Father. And it says here at the end of this section that a lot of people did end up believing in him. And they kind of ask like a rhetorical question here, like, if somebody else were to come along and be the Christ, would they be able to do more things than this man has done? They've seen Jesus perform these miraculous signs. They're like kind of sarcastically even a little bit, if somebody else comes, are they going to be able to do more than what Jesus has done? So we see some confusion among the people, and then we start to see some division among the people. The Pharisees heard the crowd muttering these things about him, and the chief priests and Pharisees sent officers to arrest him. Jesus then said, "I will be with you a little longer, and then I am going to him who sent me. You will seek me, and you will not find me. Where I am, you cannot come." The Jews said to one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we will not find him? Does he intend to go to the dispersion among the Greeks and teach the Greeks? What does he mean by saying, 'You will seek me, and you will not find me'? And 'Where I am, you cannot come'?" John references two groups here, the Pharisees and the chief priests, both religious leaders of the time, but those groups historically didn't get along. They kind of clashed with each other. And John often groups them together to show that, yeah, even though they didn't get along with one another, their mutual hatred of Jesus kind of brought them together, which is an interesting little piece. But it said the Pharisees heard the crowds muttering these things about Jesus. You know, they heard them saying, well, maybe the religious leaders themselves know that he's the Christ. Or if another were to come, would they be able to do more signs than Jesus? You know, they're hearing these things and people starting to maybe believe that he is this Messiah. So then they say, well, we need to arrest him. That ends up not happening here because his time has not yet come, which we saw earlier, and we will see more later here in chapter 7. You know, I'm often blown away reading these accounts of Jesus' life by the amount of time that he spent with people just in direct opposition to him. You know, it can be easy to speak boldly about something or just be deeply convicted about something when you are in the presence of other people who agree with you. Like, that's easy, right? You know, it can be easy for us to talk about our faith when we are in the presence of other people who share that same faith. But if we are to maybe run into a circle of people who disagree with us or who want to challenge us, or in an extreme case like Jesus here, who seek to harm us, do we still speak boldly in those moments too? And I think that's a powerful thing that we can take away from Jesus' example here, is that in the face of direct opposition, people seeking to arrest him, he continues to speak the truth boldly. You know, he does it in love, he does it in truth, but he doesn't shy away from his mission. And I think that's a powerful example for us. You know, we still need to speak with love. We still need to speak words of kindness and compassion, but that doesn't mean that our boldness and our conviction needs to go away. So go to Matthew chapter 10, and I want you to read verses 16 through 25. A little bit more about how to speak and how to act in the face of opposition or maybe persecution. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. We will pick up where we left off here in chapter 7 on Monday. We'll see you guys later.